I was making moi moi in the comfort of my home, and then I remembered one of the darkest moments of my entire life. At the earliest days of my dad's death, you all know how hard those times can be. Even though me leaving my parents' house wasn't necessary because we were poor, but for me to leave my comfort zone, I decided to live with an uncle of mine. A lot happened, but let me maintain the moment topic. So whenever we were preparing it, of course I was the one that would go to buy all the ingredients, peel the beans, take it to pepper grinders and so on. So during preparation, the head and bones of the Titus fishes that we're supposed to throw away, my uncle wife would say, "We can't throw this away. Someone can still eat them." That someone was me, and after the third time, I came to realize this. So after putting egg and fish in other moi moi, she will pack the bones and head and put in another set of moi moi, about 3 to 4, then use toothpick to pin them so that she will identify them when they are done, and of course when they are ready. Guess who would eat the moi moi with bones? Me. Lamo. Me wey sabi how my mama dey feed me for our house. I'll just use my spoon to separate the bones and fish head and eat the moi moi. The someone can still eat them has never been herself or her kids, but na my own. Luck dey always carry my mom with bones. But thanks be unto God, no be where I dey that time I dey today. Lamo, I don dey speak aspire to inspire abi? This one na reality. I don't depend on anyone to feed now. My mom and siblings are living comfortably. This is not even a shading post because it's over. 8 years now. The main day of reckoning never come, and the G sef plenty. Na like 1 of 100 be this. Na moi wey I dey crave, wey I dey cook with what I like, bring this one come. I bear no hatred or revenge against anyone. But whatever you do to someone else's child, remember that you don't know where your own child will go in the future. I'm a survivor. All the things where we dey watch for African Magic Yoruba come dey happen to me live and direct. Imagine being in your own uncle's mansion, making wife say boys' quarters, where gate man dey live, na there fit you pass. Mansion where you no contribute 5 naira to build o. Later sef, she stylishly sack the gate man. She said she no fit dey allow my uncle to dey pay that one salary when according to her description, a grown man like me go dey the house and no fit dey sleep and wake up and dey chop now. Enough said for tonight sha. Siri, please play me I don't know that by Beautiful Nubia, make I use am hold body abeg. What was your biggest I need to make money moment? After my dad's sudden death in 2011, that I had to come to Lagos to live with my uncle, whose wife showed me shege. 1. Sauk the Haksep asked me to move into his room, which was a boys' quarter, separate from the main building. "We can't have a bro Toby here and still be paying a maid," she said. 2. Automatically took over the work of the maid, and she added some extra ones like releasing the dogs once everyone goes to sleep. Dogs that used to be in a cage 24 hours 7 always had to wake up to a messy compound. No thanks to the dog, who would have pooped all over and destroyed flowers. 3. I was new to Lagos then, but it didn't matter to her. She take me to my 12 and make me know all she get her stuff from, and asked me to memorize all of them, as I will be the person coming there henceforth. A bus almost ran me over the day she sent me to my 12 when I missed my way. Whenever we cooked moi moi, of course, I was the one that did all the peeling, grinding and all. She only had to scoop into leaves or nylon. She would pack all the bones and fish head into some of them, use toothpick on them so as to recognize them when serving. Yeah, those are mine. She stopped her husband in so many occasions from giving me money or stuff until that one learned to start giving me behind her. No matter how plenty the clothes were, I had to wash them twice. I had counted 110 pieces of clothes before I washed all of them twice. She stopped her husband from paying for school bus to pick and drop her daughter. She said I could do that so on, no matter how tired I was or busy I was with work. I had to leave everything to take the girl to school and go to bring her when they close. I had no time for myself. I even chop slap self. Can't remember the details, but she slapped me once. Not her first though. She don't slap one of my uncles before too, who happens to be a younger brother to her husband. She served me bones. I once caught her using spoon to test a meat that has bone inside the pot. She stopped her husband from buying me Christmas clothes. She asked him to give me one of his old shoes, and if at all he wants to buy me clothes, it should be native as jeans and shirts would be too costly. She knew my uncle would take me to where he shops, where his shirt is 35k plus. My exit started when she started accusing me of being behind her husband's financial crisis then. That I was a bad luck. She would wake me up and drag me to a church nearby during the early morning service, even though I just started getting some sleep after so much work the previous day. I traveled home to get some necessary documents to be used for my admission processing when my uncle called my mom around 1 a.m. that she needed to take me to Mountain of Fire so they could wash my head and do deliverance for me. He said he would pay for it. My mom started crying and I woke up. At last, I didn't come back to Lagos. My uncle packed all my stuff into two Ghana must go and sent them to me via bus. My hope of having someone that sponsored my education dashed before my eyes. Guess what? I stood up, took up an internship with Jumia, did all my admission processes myself. I entered Unilag, came to Lagos, started Legit Gadget Hub, later on Legit Gist, and some other minor hustle. In my own little way, I now provide for myself and my siblings and widowed mom while studying, and I pray I get better. Let me add this for anyone thinking I did something to warrant this treatment. I'm a proper homeboy. My mom trained me well. I do chores very well without being asked to. I cook very well. I did very well in that sector. As for the aspect of me being wayward, it wasn't the case. I've never smoked or taken alcohol up to now. I don't know football. I'm an introvert. I know they come out. Back at home, it's always from my school, church, house to so how I will come reach Lagos and start doing what I didn't do at home. I didn't overstep my boundaries. I was always at home. Meanwhile, I once had a section with Iceway podcast on my dad's death and messy polygamous family. This short story is the aftermath of my dad's death. I want to talk more on this so I can heal and move on. Let's have a part 2 of the podcast, please. I forgot to add that I was using Nivea body lotion when I moved there. My uncle asked one day so he could buy for me and I told him it's Nivea. She said, don't start using Nivea because you're now in a rich man's house, so better stick to sweet mother or Vaseline. I can't forget that. Throughout my stay there, whenever she was going out, remain only me at home. I need inside and lock the main gate, the main building. Till now, I don't understand her reason for that. She didn't do that whenever her own siblings are around. I single-handedly, with the help of God Almighty, processed my admission into Unilag all the way from Ondo. I was admitted on merit and my preferred course self. I ran to Twitter for help with funds. I remember Guinea Dapo sent me 25k. Some people on TL, I will never forget. What made this experience of mine very painful to me is that this woman didn't have it smooth for her too while growing up. In fact, he had to hawk from what I heard about her. Meanwhile, bad rich for me like that, but because she now married a rich man, she suddenly forgot. Law. People asked me why I didn't leave. I was young and naive. When I decided to move to Lagos, what was on my mind was, this is where they got to send me to school, and that was gave me the strength. Now when I come out, I dey even remember some of these things self. They didn't matter then.